You poured your heart and soul into your YouTube video, but only your mom and your best friend saw it. You've been showing up consistently on YouTube and have created a lot of videos, and yet you have little to show for it. No worries. If you're a singer, actor, dancer, musician, and you want to dominate on YouTube, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Fiona, and it is my passion to help performing artists to master social media and online business so you can make more money from your art without wasting time or burning out. Over the last 3 years, I have created close to 100 videos on YouTube, ranging in views from under 100 to close to 10,000. I've also created a program called YouTube Domination, specifically for performing artists, and members of that program have skyrocketed on YouTube. One even gained 10,000 followers and has hit 500,000 views on a single video. But it wasn't just the one-hit wonder. She's got 100,000 views on multiple videos. Now, the great thing about Carissa, and I'll link to her channel in the description, is that she, like you, like me, is a multi-passionate performing artist. She is a singer and she teaches as well, and her channel reflects that. She's got coaching videos, voice teacher reacts videos, she's got everything. Being on YouTube just makes sense for performing artists, right? If you're sick of just putting out short form videos on Instagram and TikTok, I get it. If you're a performing artist, you want the full song, you want the full monologue, you want a full production, right? You don't want just a 15-second clip. YouTube just makes sense in terms of attracting your fans and making money, because not even worrying about the YouTube ad revenue, you can attract new fans and new students to whatever it is that you offer, using YouTube as the top of your funnel. Now, for more on funnels and stuff like that, I recommend you join my free Facebook community. I made it especially for performing artists with entrepreneurial minds. You can get to that in the description as well. But the topic of this video is YouTube views. How can we get more views to your videos? And I'm going to give you 7 very simple and strategic tips to do just that. I get it. It is frustrating when you pour everything into a video and it doesn't get that many views. I have been there. So let's dive in with tip number 1. You need to make sure that you've got clickable thumbnails and titles. What I mean is that those thumbnails have got to pop. This is what I suggest for you. Go to your suggested page or type anything random into the search pane and then see what comes up. Now, what I want you to do is look at the thumbnails and ask yourself, which ones do I want to click on? Because guaranteed, some of them are going to make you want to click and some of them are just going to turn you off. We talk a lot about this inside of my program, YouTube Domination, and I could also do a full video just on thumbnails. But for now, just keep in mind, you want them to be clickable. Now, do you want them to be clickbait? No. For me, a clickbait thumbnail or title basically promises a lot but does not deliver. Clickbait, right? Baiting you to do something. We want clickable. We want people to want to click, and then we want you to deliver, okay? Deliver on whatever you promise in that title and in that thumbnail. Next, you need to optimize your SEO. So YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world after its parent company, Google, right? A lot of the times, just because I know how to optimize my SEO, my videos will show up on the first page of Google and on YouTube. So this is what we want to go for. To get more views, we need people to see your video when they search for the thing that it is that you're talking about, right? Now, when you look at the back end of YouTube, you're going to see a lot of different stuff. We want you to zero in there on where it says tags. This is where you're going to add your SEO words. But you don't just have to use short phrases like voice teacher or piano teacher. You can also use long tail keywords. Imagine what exactly somebody might be searching for. This will help you to stand out when you're a small creator in a sea of larger creators. So for example, it could be how to sing the high notes in Defying Gravity. That would be a long tail keyword, right? You're surprised that it could be that long. Usually they're not quite that long, so it could be high notes in Defying Gravity. Or it could be how to sing defying gravity. Those would all be great tags for a video in which one of your examples is how to sing the high notes in defying gravity, or a whole video on it. And then making sure to use some of those keywords, some of those tags in your actual title as well. This is all that back-end SEO optimization that actually is really important on YouTube and for the YouTube algorithm. If this kind of stuff appeals to you, then definitely check out my YouTube domination course. I linked it in the description below. Okay, I hate to break it to you, but this next tip is video quality. If you want to get more views, you're actually competing with people with multi-million-dollar budgets. One of the things that I love doing is going to some big creator like James Charles, for example, and going back to the very, very beginning of their videos and seeing how they progressed in video quality. So I don't want you to get discouraged like you have to have $1 million budget in order to be on YouTube. That's not the case. People really also relate to just real people being on YouTube. All I'm saying is that over time, if you want to get more views, you do actually have to improve the quality of your videos. That means the visual quality, the filming, the camera, even the lighting and the sound for sure. Now, it might just look like something I did recently, which is upgrading your iPhone from a version that didn't have the cinematic lens to one that does. I'd been going back and forth. Do I want to get a new camera or do I want to upgrade my iPhone? And I ended up upgrading my iPhone. So this is being filmed on an iPhone with ring light and 2 side lights. I think about this a lot. How can I upgrade my video quality? Because that tech side isn't necessarily my zone of genius, but it is something that I recognize I could in fact improve. Another tip for getting more views on YouTube is actually to pay attention to what's trending. So the interesting thing about YouTube is that unlike a platform like Instagram, which really favors recency, YouTube actually is amazing over the long run. I've got videos that month after month rack up views. Here's one of them. But that said, if something is trending that's relevant to you and your niche, then absolutely doing a video on it is going to help you get an influx of views at the beginning. And if it's a quality video, then over time it'll just still accumulate more and more views. So what would that look like? Well, for example, let's say your favorite artist who is very much in your genre puts out a new music video, a new song, a new release, a new album, and then right away you do a cover of one of their songs right when it comes out. Or if you do reaction videos, then again, it's like right when something is trending, you do that reaction video. So this is how you can benefit from things that are trending. All right, so another thing that really helps is niching down. So I love this phrase, niching down to blow up. And what that means is getting very, very specific with your genre. I often use the example of Taylor Swift initially singing country before she became a pop superstar. So what this means on YouTube is that it's hard to stand out on the platform if you're competing against all of these people with 1 million followers. But those people can get away with doing broad subjects. Whereas if you narrow the niche topic to something very, very specific to your fan base or people who want to learn exactly what it is that you teach, then they're going to search that exact phrase on YouTube or Google, and then they're going to find your video because nobody else is covering that exact specific thing. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. Even something as simple as what I do, social media for performing artists. You're almost always going to see that my titles in some way reference performing artists and that the videos themselves are specifically for performing artists. So rather than saying, I'm going to tell you how to get more views on YouTube, everybody, I say, I'm going to tell you performing artists how you can get more views to your music videos, to your teaching videos. So niching down can be the specificity of the topic and also the specificity of who it is that you're trying to reach. Got it? Now, one more thing that you're going to want to do in order to get more views on your YouTube videos is to tease them and promote them. Too often I see performing artists not doing any kind of promotion for anything. You've got a new album you're releasing and you just suddenly drop it, or you're going to be performing a new role and it's like, hey, come see my show, it's tomorrow. And I've got videos that will really help you with this. Here's one of them, all about creating curiosity for your upcoming release. Well, it's the same thing for your YouTube videos. You can show us when you're preparing behind the scenes. You can show us the day before you release it. You can get on your other platforms and just announce it and make it exciting. You're gonna see me doing this a lot on Instagram. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, you'll find that link in the description. So this brings us right into the next tip, which is to cross-promote on all of your platforms. For me, that looks like on every Monday over on Instagram doing a poll asking what my audience there would like to see on YouTube. And then on Wednesday announcing the winner of the poll. I can do that because I've batched ahead and I've got enough YouTube videos where I can give my audience a choice like that. And then it looks like once I release it, I do promos on Instagram and I do promos on Facebook as well. And every Wednesday when I release my videos, I also send out an email blast. So you always want to be cross-promoting on all of your platforms. For me, that's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and email. All of those links are in the description. And if you don't already follow me on YouTube, then hit the subscribe button. Now, a little bit of warning for you when we're talking about creating videos for YouTube. I do not want you to spend upwards of $3,000 or $5,000 on some signature music video. You can do that once you've got a huge budget, but I would rather, if you have $3,000 or $5,000 to invest, I would encourage you to invest it in equipment and in learning how to produce higher quality videos yourself. Too often, I have seen performing artists drop $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on what's supposed to be their signature music video, and then nothing happens. Whether it's a music video or some kind of acting project, whatever it is, or short film. Sometimes a short film can do well at festivals, so that's another story. But too often, I see performers basically just lose that money because they create something epic, but nobody watches it. And that's what this whole video is about, right? Getting you more views. So rather than spending all of that money in one place, spread it out, learn how to create a library of quality videos. All right. So I hope that this was really useful for you, that these 7 tips are going to help you to get more views on your YouTube channel. Because like I said at the beginning, YouTube is a natural fit for any kind of performing artist. If you did find this helpful, let me know in the comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and definitely follow me on all of my other platforms. I am here supporting performing artists. Now you may be thinking, oh yeah, but that YouTube SEO, how am I supposed to do that? Where am I supposed to go with that? And here's the thing, I've got another YouTube video for you on specifically YouTube SEO optimization, so you can watch that next. And as always, go out into the world and let your light shine. You deserve to be heard, and the world deserves to hear you. And see you on YouTube.